this week. It actually wraps up our Made in Michiana series. We headed on down to Plymouth, Indiana.
That's right. We are taking you behind the scenes of one of the largest tire manufacturers in motorsports that sends race tires to countries all around the world.
It all started with one Michiana man's dream to make a better racing tire, and 36 years later, Hoosier Tire is still rolling out some of the best tires in the industry.
In 1979, it was a very humble beginning. Today, it's by far the largest race tire manufacturer in the world.
It started as a search for a better tire for racing enthusiast Bob Newton and his wife, Joyce.
He lost a lot of races due to the quality and the performance of the tires he was using.
The Newtons began retreading street tires for racing and sold them out of an old South Bend barn. A little over 20 years later, their small business went big time.
When it came time to make that really critical, significant investment to build a tire plant, it was the local community of Plymouth that said, locate here.
Once the Newtons opened the doors of the Hoosier Tire plant in Plymouth, designing and manufacturing tires full-time, their business only grew.
Over 1,400 different types of race products are produced in this factory every year.
Today, Hoosier Tire is racing's largest manufacturer.
Last year we shipped racing tires to over 80 countries in this world.
Devoted 100% to motorsports.
Every person here, every engineer, every compounder, every employee that we've met today, their sole purpose is to make and build and design a better race tire.
Vice President of Engineering and Manufacturing John DeSalle is an example of that. He's been with Hoosier Tire for 27 years now. He says every step of the process reflects how the Newtons would want it done.
We take a lot of steps to ensure that every tire we produce is built to the very best quality.
It starts with rubber made from some of the best materials in the world.
From here to here, that's a batch of rubber. That's about 400 pounds of rubber.
Each batch is dropped into a mixer that runs 24 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, at a temperature of 225 degrees.
450 pounds of rubber will come down onto this mill, and you can watch them manipulate it.
That rubber is weaved into a fabric-like material and expertly cut. After that, the rubber is shaped with a metal drum.
It still doesn't look like a tire. It's just a big tube. We're getting closer.
And loaded into a hot curling press.
And in 20 minutes, they're going to look like that.
To get a nearly finished racing slick, topped off with a stamp of approval.
Can't call it Hoosier if it's not located in Indiana now.
A tire 100% made in Michiana. And I also wanted to bring up, I thought it was interesting, he talked about all the testing that these tires and the rubber goes through, and he told us that they reject more raw material than any other company, and he says it makes some of the vendors kind of angry, but Hoosier Tires, they say they're proud to make tires from the best of the best, and they kind of wear it as a badge of courage. I thought that was pretty interesting.
It's all about quality, right?
Yeah, yeah. But it was all pretty fascinating to see everything that goes in to making tires.
Mind-blowing, the machines that they have and how someone's mind could create something that made that process so much more streamlined than I guess it would have been when they first started.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah. All right, well, if you have any Made in Michiana ideas, of course, we're going to continue this series throughout the year. Let us know, news57 at abc57.com.